Good morning everybody. Today we're going to have a little go at making some gorgeous little 3D flowers. We've been doing quite a few of these at the moment. You might have seen in previous videos we've just done a wreath for Christmas. Also we have in our previous video got these ones here which shows you how to do them on cement sheet for outside, so you can always check out those ones. Same kind of process what we've done here is what we've done here. Okay, so we do have these gorgeous little boxes in at the moment. So I've just painted them. These are going to be our little jewelry boxes, and I stuck the little flower on top, but they're actually quite cute. With these ones you get 2 boxes in one, so they actually have a little baby inside. So good for Christmas presents. And what I'm going to do with these ones is put our 3D flowers on. So this one here is painted green and gold, and I'm going to glue that on top. You can either paint the top or just leave it like that. And there's going to be a nice little decoration, little trinket box for somebody. So we'll show you how to make these. We've also got lots and lots of colour petals at the moment, so these are really handy to use. So if you're a beginner, there's no cutting, you can just choose your selection of colours and get creative. I've also glued these onto a MDF base which we've got for sale on the website. I think they're under our glass making category. If you want them for outside, you can cut a little bit of cement sheeting, or you can do them on mesh. So same process. Another box we have is this one here. So these ones are all just new ones. Same thing, you decorate them. You can even do a bigger flower, do a couple of flowers if you wanted to. So it's just sort of the look you want to have, but they're quite pretty. Yeah, so we'll get cracking and we'll show you how easy it is to create these gorgeous little morsels. Okay, it's all dried. I have used approximately 13 petals, so you can green for the base or whatever colour. So I have got some already, and what I have done, you can use your grinder if you've got one, but I'm trying to keep these simple for everybody to use, so not everybody owns a grinder. Right, so take the point off just ever so slightly, and if you just round the corners, so you're just putting your cutter on a slight angle. I am just using I love these cutters. I know they're just cheap and cheerful cutters, but they're actually my favourite, and I've got the sea bell wheels on them. That's what I prefer to use. I like the weight of them, so they're not for everybody, but they do for me. So just ever so slightly, just snip away, and then just give you a slightly round edge. It just takes off that pointy edge, but yeah, feel free to grind them if you have a grinder. So we're going to do 13 of those. So one more. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So do another 2 more. So same thing, and just round. Just bite it, just ever so gently. It just helps to take that sharp point off. And then cut us at an angle, and just biting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. One more. So point off, and then cut us at an angle. Just slowly bite them. There you go. Okay, so today I'm going to use prep glue. I've actually just put mine into a smaller container. Alright, so apply a bit of glue. So you just want to go around your circle like this. We're going to lay down our 13 tiles. So rounded edges are facing outwards. Oh, one more. So that's 14. Sorry, miscounted. Here it is. 14 petals, not 13. Squeeze them in there. So see how they're just hanging over slightly over the edge? I'll see if I can, I might be able to pick up this. This is what I've done earlier on. But see, I have got them hanging over slightly. So this one's just drying. So we'll pop that aside to dry, and then we might start on this one because it's already sort of semi-dried. Okay, so I'm going to use thin set, which is just mosaic tiling cement. I've got a little bit in the container here. I'm going to mix a little bit of water. So I want to mix it to a thick paste. You can just use an old knife or a teaspoon. I usually find using the wooden icicle sticks, I find if you're mixing up to do a mosaic project, but just to sort of scoop it back onto the tile, it's easier to get it off your knife than trying to get it off the stick when you're trying to put it in to your little circle here. I'll show you what I mean. So just mix it. It's sort of quite a nice consistency. I am going to put a squirt of PVA in, just a little. Let's have a look. That much just helps to give me a little bit of stickiness and just to hold it while we're doing the 3D part. So just a little bit there. So this one's a white iridized, quite pretty. And we're just going to leave the ends on these. We're going to stab them in. Also I've got some, we'll just put that aside for a couple of minutes. I've also got some little centerpieces. I'm going to do this in a little bit different to these, but we will do another one with these little fancy centers. As you can see, this one's got a different center as well. So these are actually little black beads. So you can sort of do anything. I'm going to cut these in half and then just going to have little tiny jagged pieces. So these are what's going to be put into our mix in the center. So I've just got some nice orange colours. So I'm just cutting them of all different shapes. So it's just little shards basically. And these ones are Murano tiles, which are 15mm wide. So I'm just cutting those into little pieces. So that there is a pretty good consistency. It's almost like mud. Okay, so we're going to scoop that on sort of generous amount. I always mix up too much. Okay, so kind of plop it down here, and you want to kind of maneuver it around. So I'm going to push it down. Moving it over the lines of your little leaves here, just so you can sort of push it into there a little bit. Just helps to also secure those, so not all the way out, just sort of nice moulding it around. Okay, so a little bit more on this side. So I've kind of got like a thickish bed of cement. You can see that on this side, so that's sort of how much cement I've got in there. Okay, now we're going to start with our iridescent petals. So you want to come in from the sides and not down like this. You want to come in so they're not quite sitting flat, if you can see that. Okay, next one. Come in a little bit, just sort of almost overlapping, just touching that one, just so it's covering up that thin set. And same thing again. So that's how it's looking so far. Okay. If you find they start to sort of sit down once you get all the petals on, you can put some little wedges. I usually use just little ceramic tiles just to pop underneath it, just to hold them up till they start drying, but these ones aren't actually too bad. Sometimes they can sit flat if your mixture's a bit too wet. Right, we'll continue on with our next row. Just see it's kind of hiding that thin set. Instead of going like that, where you're going to have that at the side, you just want to come in a little bit there. Okay, and that's our first row. So that's how they sort of sit so far. Okay, so I'm going to come back with I think a slightly, might do another bigger one actually. You can go, we do have these in a smaller size, so these ones do have the smaller ones here, but I'm thinking I might make it a big bushy flower. So same thing again, just going into the next row. We're now just going to pop these in. I've got these gorgeous little stamens, so we're going to pop these in also just to keep that thin set covered up. So nice and fiddly. Doesn't happen if your tweezers are bent. Okay. So just keep feeding those and just hides a bit more of the thin set in there. So that is that one there all finished. So let him dry. Put more of these in if you need to. Right, that's that one there. Pretty. We'll do this in a little bit different, so let one dry. So I was going to do pink, but I've already got a pink flower. So let's try, I'm thinking orange will go quite nice. I'm going to tint the leftover of my thin set with a little bit of tints. These are from Artopia Tints. Just Google the name, fantastic tints. It's nice strong colours. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit in the orange, in the thin set, and find my little tool. You only need a tiny bit to tint. So I'm just going to try and give that a little bit of a colour. You don't want to put too much in, otherwise it's going to compromise your mixture. So just a little bit, so let's see what we get. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think so. Okay, so we'll scoop it out. Make our little nest. Flatten it down a little bit, get into those little crevices. This is roughly how sort of thick I've got it. Cotton bud just to clean up. Right, so our first row, she's got dry hands. Okay, perfect. So I'm actually going to go in now with the smaller petals. So they're just the next size. I think they're 25 mil long, and these ones are 36, but you know, they're on our website, so I'll pop a link in. And we've got lots of beautiful colours in these. So we're going to come in again. So this is quite nice, this orange. I'm thinking maybe a nice black kind of a centre. I don't know what sort of flower it is, but it can be any flower you want it to be. Instead in here, you can scoop it out with your scooper, but I'm thinking I should be okay with that much. Fluff up again if you need to. Right, I'm going to go around with, let me see what goodies I've got. Got some beautiful little jewels in here. Look at those, aren't they beautiful? So these are faceted jewels. I think I might pop. Oh yeah. Oh, they our little faceted jewels. We're just gonna pop them into the side. Oh, so I started with the blue. I'm gonna go with the purple. Purple ones. Get out the way. So these are really nice. Just fluff them up if you need to, and as I said, put something under there just to hold it up while you're working. Alright. That's looking pretty good. That purple, that'll make it nice and bright. So we'll come around with another row of these ones in. Same thing, just use your tweezers. Okay, and I've got these beautiful little purple leaves, which I'm just going to cut in half and kind of pop those in the centre. Right, so that's that one there. Okay, and we'll put that aside for 24 hours to dry.